Good evening. Coming up in Mello TV Evening News tonight, disgruntled dental assistants protest outside the Ministry of Finance over delays in salary payments. Opposition staged walkout in Parliament over Finance Minister's racial inference. And hoodlums firebomb houses in Rosetown, West Kingston. And now the news in detail. In the closing out of the budget debate for the 2023-2024 fiscal year, Minister of Finance and the Public Service, Dr. Nigel Clark, gave his final contribution in the House of Representatives yesterday. Dr. Clark told the House that there will be no new tax revenue.
Half of it has not been distributed. 17 years of tax measures, Madam Speaker, under their management. Now, Madam Speaker, we were tested. We went through a pandemic. We lost 15 years of revenues, or $75 billion. Unlike many governments in this region and around the world, we took our commitment to people seriously, and we managed the crisis and the recovery without introducing any new taxes, Madam Speaker. In fact, we reduced taxes by reducing the GCT by 1.5 percentage points from 16.5 points to 15 percentage points, Madam Speaker.
The minister further added that the opposition made a big spectacle about the increase in tax revenue inflows, to which he provided clarity.
So with these examples, Madam Speaker, I'm showing that across time, it is normal and can be expected that even when there are no new taxes introduced in a fiscal year, tax revenue inflows still increase over the prior year. We have seen that happen on 5 occasions over the 22 years that opposition was in power. Despite no new taxes, tax revenues increased by 23 points in 1991, 5 points in 1997, 6% in 2001, 16% in 2004, and 15% in 2006. That's normal and natural. Yet he can stand here in Parliament and tell the Jamaican people that because tax revenues have gone up, that no new taxes is some 5 business. Imagine that.
In the meantime, the opposition People's National Party, the PNP, says it is outraged and repulsed by the racial inference used by Dr. Clark to characterize the leader of opposition, Mark Golding, in Parliament yesterday afternoon. While closing out the budget debate, Dr. Clark referred to Mr. Golding, who is also the leader of opposition, as Massa Mark. The Massa Mark comment triggered an opposition walkout of Parliament.
Referred to laborites, Madam Speaker, or those who identify with a particular party known as the Jamaican Labour Party. And I can't say the words, but he said, beep fools. Beep fools. Call them beep fools. Madam Speaker, that never sound like Marky G to me. That sound like Massa Mark. Massa Mark, Madam Speaker. Anyways, Madam Speaker, we are immensely proud of the fact that this is the 6th consecutive year of no new taxes.
The police have taken note of a video being circulated on social media where hoodlums were seen throwing Molotov cocktails on dwelling houses in Rosetown community of West Kingston on Tuesday, March 21. Reports indicate that about 1 a.m., armed men with high-powered weapons invaded a section of Harris Street by attempting to set ablaze several dwelling houses. With a series of gunfire in the area, one motor vehicle was also damaged in the incident. However, no further reports of any damages or injuries were recorded. The police are appealing to residents for information that can assist in the investigation or identification of the suspects. They're asking persons to contact the Denham Town Police at 876-948-6443, Police 119 emergency number, Crime Stop at 311, or the nearest police station. A Manchester man was handed over to the police following a murder attempt in Victoria Town, Manchester on Sunday, March 19. The accused is 25-year-old Gawain Hines of Victoria Town in Asia, Manchester. Reports from the Mandeville police are that about 10 p.m., a man was seated inside a bar when he was attacked by Hines, who used a machete to chop him several times before fleeing the area. Later that day, Hines was held by a resident and handed over to the police, where he was subsequently charged. The Ministry of Health and Wellness has advised the President of the Union of Technical, Administrative and Supervisory Personnel, UTOSP, St. Patrice Ennis, that retroactive payments related to the Compensation Review Program will be settled on Wednesday, March 29. Disgruntled public sector dental assistants protested outside the office of the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service over delays in salary payments earlier today.
When we did sign the agreement, we were promised that payment would be made in March during our normal pay cycle. We have since then received pay advisory slip and payment have been made, which did not include any monies from the compensation review exercise. The consequence, persons have made obligations, commitments to their debtors and other persons, and are embarrassed this morning and are here protesting because of their frustration in not receiving the monies. We understand that no instructions were given to the various regional departments and the various regions to make the payment. We have heard that since we have been here, that such instructions were given since this morning, and we have correspondence to that effect to suggest that payment should be made effective March 29. And so we hope that will be implemented, and if that is the case, because we just had word with the Ministry of Health, who have, since we have been here, given out such instructions that payment should be effective March 29. And with that, we believe that we have something that which we could work with, and that could perhaps somehow assuage the mood of the dental assistants.
Residents of Sandy Bay, Hanover are requesting that the Postmaster General's office and other relevant authorities take action to improve the deplorable conditions at the Sandy Bay Post Office. The building structure at the post office, which serves a number of areas in Sandy Bay, has allegedly started to deteriorate and is now overgrown with weeds and shrubs, according to the residents. They also noted that the post office, which is older than 50 years, has turned into a haven for termites and wasps. In addition to the walls being open and the grills beginning to rot, the roof has started to collapse. Many residents of Sandy Bay told Mello News that the postmaster and postmistress at the post office are required to work in atrocious conditions every day with unsanitary restrooms. They're requesting that the Postmaster General and other pertinent officials take quick action to address the serious issue affecting the post office. Minister of Health and Wellness Dr. Christopher Tufton has emphasized the value of creating public-private partnerships in the provision of health care services to Jamaicans. The Omega Medical Hospital, a private hospital founded by Dr. Dale Foster and his wife Sonia King Foster, is an illustration of the significance of public-private cooperation in enhancing the local health sector. The 14-bed Omega Medical Center, reportedly costing $2.7 million, has a state-of-the-art operating room, radiology department, X-ray department, laboratory, and pharmacy. It offers primary and tertiary level healthcare services to communities in and around Negril. Between primary and tertiary care, there are around 3 million visits a year within the public sector. Dr. Tufton urged private institutions to come on board to minimize the wait. The children at the Mustard Seed Children's Home received lunch and other donations early today thanks to the Harbor City Shopping Mall, the A Fresh Marketplace, and Janet Richards Foundation. Ms. Richards expressed gratitude to the sponsors and graciously treated the children.
Today we are at the Mustard Seed Home, a home that is very passionate to me, a home that I spent a lot of time with. And the reason is because we have 33 physical challenged children who needs help, who needs to see somebody different from the workers every day. And I'm here today, a full-blown treat from the new Harbor City in Montego Bay, Mr. Hang and Mr. Lu, who sponsored this project 100%. And today we are giving them toiletries, snacks, lunch, which include good food, ice cream and cake. They're getting pork, chicken and fish, macaroni and cheese, rice and peas, juice of all kind. And trust me, it is such a good feeling. And I really want to thank the Harbor City because, they did not think twice. They ensured that everything is here today. And I just want, whenever this mall is open, please support.
Owner of A Fresh Marketplace reiterated his passion in being a good neighbor and making a difference every day, which can impact future outcomes.
We are here today making another treat and donation to Mustard Seed communities. Our organization believes in giving back to the community positively, and also we enjoy of doing this, and we want as our ongoing effort to be a good neighbor for Montego Bay and for St. James. It's a day that is a hard touch, and we also enjoy spend the time here with the children who is the vulnerable community. We also inspired by the Mustard Seed communities for the work they have done here for the children here. And we really look forward to partner with them in the future. And we also wanted to raising the awareness of the cause of those children and invite other business community to come out and join in this effort.
Senior Superintendent of Police for the Jamaica Constabulary, Everett Ellis, in support of the venture, highlighted that the care of children with disabilities is entrenched in his upbringing.
We are here to partnership with the foundation that is supporting the Mustard Seed kids. The police has this great spirit of volunteerism too, and our intervention programs are centered around this. We care a lot about the kids that are less able, and we coming out here today is just a part of the partnership with the companies and the foundation that is supporting this drive. I like social work. So my mother was a social worker, so I've been going to homes from ever since. And I think social work is one of the stronger sides of making a better country or securing the future. And as a police officer, I really see myself as a social worker as well. The only difference is that I have the powers to arrest somebody, but I am really a social worker.
And those are the stories making the news this evening. Thank you for tuning in to Mello TV Evening News. I'm Nicole Hales. Stay safe and thanks for watching.